Hey everybody, I want to do something a little unusual today, a little bit outside my comfort zone, but this is a brewed malt beverage, so it is, I guess, technically a beer. Kind of nice. It's cloudy again. I had hopes. Took the dog out last time at about 11 o'clock last night, and there wasn't a cloud in the sky, and the moon was out and shining bright. We got that full moon now. Really nice night, and I wake up to clouds again this morning. But it's not as dreary and gray as it has been the last couple days, so that's a little bit better. But I'm going to do from Sprecher, known primarily for their sodas or pops, whatever you want to call them. I guess it depends on where you live. And they're especially known for their root beer. I'm going to do their fire brewed hard root beer. So this is actually brewed, so it's technically a beer, but it's kind of unusual. I did one soda here a couple years ago. One of the other reviewers was gonna donate money to the Red Cross for every one of the beer reviewers that reviewed a soda, non-alcoholic drink. So I did a soda and had a good time with it. But anyway, from the website it says Sprecher fire brewed hard root beer, not your granddaddy's root beer, or is it? An adult version of our famous root beer with a kick, sure to please the bootlegger in you. This is a fermented malt beverage, meaning it's pretty much a beer, but it tastes just like root beer. The 5% ABV brew has a tinge on malt flavor on the finish. Other than that, it tastes just like soda. So never had this before. They just got some in the shelf. I guess they have a bourbon barrel aged version of this, but local store doesn't have it, but probably won't even try that. The one I did a couple years ago was a ginger beer. It has beer in the name, but it wasn't a beer. And of course, twist off cap. And Sprecher does have a ginger, I think it's 4.7 or something like that percent ABV ginger beer. I really like that ginger soda beer, and so I bought one of their ginger beers too. I'll probably do that in a while. This got a bottling date. I think it's 7/21, so it's only a couple 3 weeks old. I think this is a fairly new beer for Sprecher. I'm not sure. Although they do brew beers, they're primarily known for their sodas. So anyway, we got a murky dark brown. I mean, that looks like root beer. Got a thin ring of foam on the head. Appears to be a moderate amount of carbon, not a ton of carbon. What I can see, you can't really see any light through it, but what I can see coming up the edges, seems to be a fairly moderate amount of carbonation, but it looks like a root beer, so let's get a nose on it. I think they did add honey to this, if I'm correct, but let's see. I've never had this before, but oh yeah, that smells like a good root beer. Got some of that, lots of that sassafras, which is the root that makes root beer. There's some brown sugar, some honey notes in there. Maybe a little like anise, maybe like licorice, maple, maybe some vanilla. It really smells nice. It smells kind of like earthy, almost medicinal, like a good root beer should be, and but it doesn't smell too sweet on the nose. So let's get a taste on it. Now the flavors are pretty much like the aroma, but you're getting just a hint of that 5% alcohol that gives kind of a slight burn to it. Yeah, that anise and vanilla come out quite a bit. The honey. There's a kind of a bready, yeasty note in there too, but it's fairly subtle. alcohol isn't really perceptible, but it's you know it's there, you can tell, but due to the strong flavors and the little bit of sweetness it has, it's just more of a different feel to it. The mouth feels really creamy. I think as a result of that, it's light, but it's creamy yet. But I think because of that low carbonation, it really goes down easy. This is and it tastes like a root beer. Not like the old A&W root beers I remember from years ago when they actually had A&W drive-ins, but still pretty tasty root beer. So let me sit, and I will sit and sip on this a while, and I'll come back in a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It hadn't been but 15 minutes or so. I've been enjoying this a lot. What little it has warmed up, I noticed that vanilla has come out a little bit more. I don't know if they are really, it doesn't say much on the website. You pretty much heard what it said on the website, but I have a feeling maybe they added a little vanilla to it, but that works. That really works with that sassafras and licorice or anise, whatever it is. In a way, it's almost like a cola too. But you do have those malty notes, those bready. You can detect the bready, yeasty notes from the malts and the yeast that a normal brew doesn't have. It doesn't taste like a regular root beer soda, but it's darn good. I'm liking it a lot. So I'm going to give the Sprecher Fire Brewed hard root beer, I want to give it a good solid 7.5 out of 10. It's not something I'm going to drink frequently or often. Not something I'm really going to seek out, but it's a nice change of pace from the regular beers, and well worth giving a try if you get a chance. I did get a small taste of this. They had a tasting featuring this and their other one, their ginger beer. Alcohol, a hard ginger, I guess. Their hard ginger beer, and I did like that one a little bit better. So I might try that in a few days. Try a whole bottle of it properly in a glass instead of one of those little plastic things they gave you at the grocery store. Basically all you get is a little sip. So I did like it a little bit better, at least at that tasting. So it should be fun, and maybe I ought to buy some of that ginger, non-alcoholic ginger beer soda that I reviewed a couple 3 years back, whatever it was, and maybe do them side by side. But then again, probably won't. But anyway, I'm going to try that ginger beer in a little while too. Few days anyway. Like I said, this isn't something I'm gonna rush out and buy or drink often, but nice change of pace from regular beer. So till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers. Oh, quick note, just as a happenstance this morning, I love those Saturday morning shows on NPR, Click and Clack, the Tappet Brothers and stuff, but the founder and owner of Sprecher Brewery was on one of those shows, the Wait, Don't Tell Me quiz show. He was their celebrity quiz taker and everything this morning, but they interviewed him a little bit, and that was kind of interesting, and talking about the history of his brewery and the beers and the sodas. So just a side note, but it was kind of a fortuitous thing for today. Before because I planned on doing this today anyway, so that was kind of interesting. So cheers again, everybody. I'm almost at 1,400 subscribers. Amazing.